Hi Soul Fam, happy Monday or happy whatever day it is that you are watching this video. My name is Frances. I'm the founder and lead practitioner at For Noble. If you're new here, welcome. If you are here every week, hello again. It is so wonderful to be connected with you. We are going to be doing our tarot reading for this week, so let's go ahead and dive right in. As I am getting the cards ready, please make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get readings every single Monday in real time. But please trust that if you are seeing this video after the week it was recorded, that it found you at exactly the right time and it still serves you today. So let's go ahead and dive in. Working in the light and the highest. For everyone here's greatest good and deepest healing and understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team. And each and every person here, spiritual team as well. Good. A call for groundedness. Ooh. Sometimes when the cards split like that, I think you could hear it. I know you probably couldn't see it. It's a cue for me to shuffle again. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is. So let's do a quick little reshuffle here. Make sure we're all in the right placement. There we go. Okay, that was much better. Beautiful. Alrighty, so I am going to just hover my hands over the cards, pick the ones that are calling for us this week, and we will just dive right into it today. This is, by the way, the For Noble Tarot deck. Again, if you are new here, if you are not, you know this by now, but if you are new here, this is the For Noble Tarot deck. It is my sustainably made tarot card deck. Comes with the 78 cards, the guidebook, and then of course the box that everything fits into. So if you're interested in purchasing this deck, which also does come with my Intro to Tarot online course for free, completely free, included in the purchase of the tarot deck, the description to do so, the link to do so, I said that last week too, the link to do so is in the description box below. All right, what do we need to know this week, teams? So we have 3 sets of 2. 1, 2, 3. So let's just dive on in with this first set here. First card is 3 of Swords. Interesting. The reason I say interesting is because I'm certainly experiencing this myself. And I was like, is it just me? Is there something going on? So this card is confirmation that it's not just me. This is likely in the energy, and somehow that's very comforting. I'll explain this card in a moment, but I want to see the second one with it. 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, so the 3 of Swords. This is the card of heartache. This could be in relation to a breakup, a friend breakup, something not turning out the way you wanted it to, just kind of feeling overall maybe sad or less than or not good enough. It feels almost like the cumulus nimbus, like the dark cloud over your head, and you're like, is it only following me? Why is it only raining on me? And then you look up and you're like, oh, it's just a cloudy day. That's what our teams want us to know. It's not just you. So if you are experiencing any form of essentially pain in the heart right now, number 1, I'm sending you such a big hug. But number 2, take comfort in the fact that it does feel more energetic. I don't know how or why, but something is in the air, so to speak. That's what they're saying. So that doesn't mean that we ignore it or bypass it or just like, oh, well, I should just be fine then because it's happening to everyone. No, we can still really feel our feelings, but it is also important that we understand that maybe not to give it too much power, because with 3 of Swords, the guidance also with this card is to let yourself be sad, let yourself express, but to not let it hold you back. Kind of the, okay, have a good cry, and then we're gonna pick up and move on. Yeah. So knowing that, let yourself express, honor those feelings that are coming up, but then know once that expression is done, it's kind of like, okay, let's wipe away those tears. Let's do this. I got this. Because your second card with this here is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is your card of abundance of all forms, as well as connection to the world around you, the people around you, nature. And so right now, two things are coming through with this. Number one, we want to express all of that negative energy out of your body and out of your emotions so that you can then shift mindset to connection, to abundance, to I am worthy of abundance. That thing that got me down, that thing that made me feel less than, it does not have a hold on me. I choose my own connection. I choose my own self-worth, and I know that I am open to receiving abundance. Universe, I am open to receiving abundance of all forms. Money, joy, time, freedom, anything else that you want there. Yes? Part two of this is, so it's kind of like we heal in order to get to that place, but it also works backwards. We focus on that place in order to heal. Yeah, so mindset shifting after responsible expression of your feelings to the positive, to nature connection, to spiritual connection, to connection to your highest self, to, again, those feelings of self-worth. I am worthy of abundance in all forms. Yeah, so the one message through this is you feel sad, let it out so that you can get to that place of connection. But part of your healing in getting to that place of connection is actually mindset shifting to that place of connection, focusing on that so that you can then move forward and heal from the thing that is causing pain in the heart. Yeah, so it's almost this cyclical, beautiful circle, but at the same time, it's not something that we're going to get stuck in. It does have an endpoint into that place of abundance and into that place of connection. The final piece with Nine of Pentacles is slow and steady. If you notice, she is sitting on a turtle or a tortoise, and it's very important to understand that there is no rush. There's no need to hurry. Yeah, one step at a time. Let yourself be where you are. You are not behind. You should not be further ahead. You are exactly where you're meant to be. So in this moment of slowness, how can you embrace it? How can you focus on connection to nature, to yourself, to your spiritual team? How can you take this pause and use it to your advantage? To reestablish your relationship with abundance, with your self-worth. Yeah, you are not behind. Okay. And if feeling behind is what's causing the pain in the heart, please trust, again, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. All right? Okay. All right, then we have your next two cards. First one, Three of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, so again, wands, a little bit of slower energy, planting of seeds. The Three of Wands is encouraging you to chart your course. You likely know what you want. Yeah, you're like, I want this, I want to feel this way, but how do I get there? And not knowing how you get there may also be causing that Three of Swords energy of, I'm not where I should be, I am stagnated, I am stuck, I am not enough, I am not doing enough. So Three of Wands asks you to make a plan, chart your course, as if where you want to go, in a metaphorical sense, like essentially what you want is a journey, right? So I want to travel to this place in Europe or this place in Africa or Hawaii or wherever. You're going to have to make a plan, right? If you're going out of the country, check your passport, your visas. If you are, you're going to have to book your flights or your car or your boat. You are going to have to book your places where you're going to be staying, maybe some activities, some restaurants, right? There's planning that goes into it. So same thing here with with Three of Wands is, what you know what you want, so how are you going to get it? What is the path within reason, right? Because we don't want to micromanage universe, but we do need some form of direction. Not knowing where we're going, at least the next step is oftentimes what causes that paralysis to be like, I'm not enough. It's not that you're not enough or you're not doing enough. It's just that we just need that at least one. If you can do the whole plan, amazing, with freedom to be flexible if things change. But it's just that next step, okay? So this week, write down, like at the top of a piece of paper, this is what I want. This is what I'm manifesting. This is what I'm calling in. So what are the steps to make that happen? And when am I going to do those things? Yeah. That part is important. It's your accountability. And then 7 of Wands, boundaries. Anyone or anything that makes me feel like I cannot go on this journey, I need to set a boundary around them. Be that blocking them on social media, be that not telling them my plan and just going for it, be that telling them my plan and being like, I don't want your opinion, this is what I'm doing, right? Maybe not answering phone calls that for people that drag you down. It could be anything, but 7 of Wands says for you to go on your journey, you need to have no distractions. So what is distracting you? What is pulling you out of your power? What is taking you off course? And how can you set boundaries around those things? All right. Okay, cool. Okay, and then our last 2 cards. First one is the 7 of Swords and then the 9 of Wands. Okay, beautiful. So 7 of Swords, this is the card to care for yourself. Radical self-care. And it kind of is going hand in hand with the 7 of Wands in the sense of like, this sounds a little harsh, but it's like, I don't care if me choosing me hurts you. That's your problem. Now, what could happen is if it does hurt someone else and you are putting them accidentally into their own 3 of Swords energy, there sometimes is a little bit of resentment that can rise where you're almost starting to feel like someone is betraying you or trying to like pull you out of your power, and you might already be feeling that. But 7 of Swords says it is okay to simply choose you. Yeah, this person is sitting there with cucumbers on the eyes, chakras aligned, in meditation, doesn't care what is going on around them. And it doesn't mean that they're, being selfish. It just means that right now, in order for them to stay on their path, to trust their own self-worth, that they can choose themselves first. That is what they have to do. It's radical boundaries, radical self-care. Because with that, you also have the 9 of Wands. This card is saying, don't worry about it. Yeah, you are in a place of paralysis where you're feeling a lot of anxiety in your mind, right? She has her head wrapped, kind of like this injury to her head. And this could be, physical, of course, but it's more of this metaphorical piece of there's so much going on in the brain and now I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. Your team is like, whoa, we've gotten this message a lot of different ways. Say, slow down. Time for you. And go slowly. Give yourself a couple hours to the week, or take a day off, or plan something for this weekend. Maybe that's a part of your 3 of Wands energy, is like, hey, I don't actually need to be rushing forward. I need to freaking rest. So I'm going to do a night away or an hour away just so I can recharge and reestablish my energy, because that is imperative, says 7 of Swords. Even if it triggers other people, they need to then do their own healing on wherever that triggered them. And you need to be putting yourself forward in the front of everything else that's going on in your life right now, because your mind needs a break. And this feeling of not enoughness, feeling like you are behind, anxiety of there's so much to get done and I don't know where to start. It's come up again so many different ways. We need to pause, ground. That's actually what I said right before we spread. There's a call for groundedness. Ground the energy. Make a plan. Set those boundaries around the people that don't like it when we are moving ahead, right? That want to keep us small, that trigger us that we are behind. Set those boundaries. And then choose connection and appreciate where we are. I feel as a whole this week, we are being given the gift of time, of slowness, which we feel is paralysis or stuckness. but actually it's a pause so we can regroup, recenter, reground, reprioritize, set the boundaries that we need, calm that mind down, and move forward on our path that serves us best in our highest light. And that is not selfish, because when we are living in our own highest alignment, that paves the way for everyone else around us to do the same. And we have more space to give and share with others. Not that we need to, but generally we feel more inclined to, because we're like, oh, I'm good. Yeah. So it's not selfish to choose you. You are worthy of choosing you. And take this time to reset. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, or if you would like to share how this resonated with you, please feel free to do so in the comments. I love reading those. It's always so fun to see, how everything resonates. If you are feeling called to donate to what I call the love jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description below. That just helps me to show up with energy for you every single week. So thank you so much in advance for that. And again, please don't forget to like this video if it served you, and subscribe to this channel for new tarot readings every Monday and Reiki charge guided meditations. I would love to say every Thursday, but it's usually most Thursdays. Sometimes I have to choose me and I don't get around to recording a new meditation. But it is always my goal. So I like to say now most Thursdays for Reiki charged guided meditations or sound healings. I'm sending so much love and light your way, and I look forward to connecting with you again very soon.